Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope heartbroken by Carter's refusal. Seeks solace from Liam? Spoilers for the bold and the beautiful hint that Steffy Forrester has enlisted the nose Daphne Rose to carry out her orders. In this instance, the romance between Carter Walton and Hope Logan ended, and she wants FC back. Is she able to do the tasks? Hope and Carter are both captivated by Ms. Rose. The only question now appears to be which of them gives in to her charms first. Here's what you should know. What will Hope do if Steffy's desire for Carter to cheat on her is fulfilled? Her obvious next move, in our opinion, would be to turn to Waffler Liam Spencer and sob uncontrollably on his shoulder. Hope and Liam have a daughter together, and Liam has always had a thing for her. She would so naturally turn to him as a sympathetic third party. In addition, what became of Liam and Ivy Forrester's beautiful romance? Perhaps if Hope expresses interest in Liam, Ivy will follow suit, creating a romantic triangle. Carter isn't a stability magnet, let's face it. He is a traitor for removing FC from the Forresters, in addition to the fact that all of his loves have soured. However, even though Daphne's sins entice him, he can surprise us and stick beside Hope. We shall see. You know when you knows. We don't have any reason to think that Liam's desire to be with Hope again has changed from a few months ago. Right now, Liam's primary occupation seems to be worrying about his cunning father, Bill Spencer, and he doesn't feel at ease until he has a woman on his arm. According to spoilers for Explosive the Bold and the Beautiful, Hope and Carter's trust will soon be put to the test. Does this imply that Carter gives in to Daphne's demands? Which would you prefer, Hope with Liam or Carter B&B fans? In addition, how do you feel about Daphne Rose? Finn is stunned by Lee's new story about Woe from the Bold and the Beautiful, which foreshadows a surprise day when he discovers some family secrets. Does he have a secret of his own, though? After learning that she was mistaken about her sister and her husband all along, Lee Finnegan is still in shock. For many years, Lee believed that Poppy Nozawa and Jack Finnegan had an affair that resulted in Luna Nozawa. However, that is no longer the case, though. At least the majority of paternity tests are truthful. It's time for Lee to let it all out, so she turns to her favorite son. Lee tells John Finn Finnegan what she has suspected for years. Because she was unable to trust that Jack loved her, she destroyed her relationship with her sister. Despite the fact that it will be difficult, she wants to make up for the years she lost with Poppy. As his mother babbles on about all the jealousy she has experienced over the years, Finn listens uneasily. She now extols Poppy, but Finn doesn't seem to feel comfortable with it either. Is he concealing something that would shock Lee and Jack? Right now, Steffy Forrester Finnegan is completely carefree. She is prepared to celebrate an anniversary, her marriage is stronger than ever, and her plan to exact revenge on Hope Logan and Carter Walton is progressing well. In addition, Rich Forrester and Taylor Hayes have reunited. What more was there for Steffy to desire? Steffy is unprepared for the impending storm, so she might want to make sure her marriage is drama-free. As her parents assist Steffy in organizing the ideal celebration for her husband, at least she is now totally unaware. Will family issues ruin this celebration? Or will it even take place? Has Jack been hiding the truth from Finn and Poppy for years? Spoilers for the Bold and the Beautiful hint that Luna Nozawa's lineage is once more in question. Her father is unknown, but we do know who gave birth to her. Fans tired of the Tritch/Bridge feuds will be relieved by this mystery, which is the biggest to hit LA in decades. Even though it's unbelievable, here we are once more speculating about Luna's father. We know who it isn't, at least. When Lee Finnegan called her sister Poppy Nozawa and her ex-husband Jack Finnegan to her medical office last week, she was able to uncover the true parentage of her niece Luna. She was prepared to place the blame on her loved ones as she stood there with a syringe, a rotting liver, and her trampy sister. Lee was certain that Jack and Poppy had a liaison all those years ago, and were conspiring to conceal Luna's biological relationship. Jack and Poppy both denied having slept together, but Lee was persuaded and stabbed Jack to collect a blood sample, which she used to show they were lying. You can only imagine her surprise when test results a few minutes later showed that Jack was not Luna's father. Jack did father Finn Finnegan during an affair with Sheila Carter, so we don't blame Lee for her thoughts. Fans now firmly believe that Finn, the kid of Lee and Jack, is Luna's father, which is disgusting. The key question at hand is whether Jack is aware of it, and whether he has been covering for Finn and Poppy over the years. In Lee's office, Jack and Poppy exchanged a few awkward glances before claiming innocence. Now that Finn is the center of attention, Lee will lose it if she learns that her sister deflowered her kid, and we don't blame her. Will she also learn that Jack may have been involved in this potential secret for decades? As the activity intensifies in anticipation of the February sweeps, make sure to check in and find out. Sheila's grandmother complains because Lee stuns Finn with 2 paternity tests. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Lee Finnegan came clean about her belief that Poppy Nozawa had an affair with Jack Finnegan, and how she allowed it to poison her against Poppy for years after John Finn Finnegan discovered her sobbing in her office. Lee said that she believed Poppy was a traitor, and only recently realized she was mistaken after mentioning that Poppy had moved in with them around the time Finn was beginning college, or graduating from high school. Lee admitted that she had conducted a paternity test using Tom Starr's liver to show that Luna Nozawa wasn't his daughter. However, another paternity test showed that she wasn't Jack's daughter either. Lee claimed she was working non-stop and had no idea what was actually going on at home, despite feeling bad about her charges. Lee wasn't sure if Jack and Poppy would accept her speculating, but she finally changed the subject and raised Luna's paternity mystery. She pointed out that he had to exist someplace after Lee hinted that they might never find out who Luna's biological father was. Finn stood there looking thoughtful as Lee pondered out loud who Luna's father was. Steffi Forrester discussed Finn's parents with Rich Forrester and Taylor Hayes at the Forrester mansion. Steffi didn't think Lee could ever move past Jack's transgressions regarding Sheila Sharp, despite Taylor's suggestion that they never say never to get back together. When the topic of Steffi and Finn's upcoming anniversary arose, Steffi proposed that they celebrate at home and expressed her excitement about seeing her husband. Stay in for updates on all the chaos, as Finn and Steffi's anniversary may bring some shocking news and exploding drama. On Monday's edition of Il Giardino, Jack downed a drink and talked to Poppy about the chaos they had just experienced in Lee's office. After a while, Sheila intervened, but Jack made it obvious that they were speaking in private. Sheila expressed optimism that Finn would arrive, but Jack dispelled that notion. Sheila was furious that Jack had tricked her into giving up Finn when he was a newborn, and she questioned whether she was also expected to give up being a grandma. Sheila made a suggestion that Jack's attempt to keep his marriage intact ultimately failed. She walked out when Sheila told her to give Lee her best. Jack and Poppy brought up Lee's long-standing grudge and all the suffering it had caused her. Jack was relieved that the truth was at last known, but Poppy's anxious face suggested that she was still concealing something. Lee's disclosure, Jack's finding, and Taylor's honest talk finally. The Bold and the Beautiful recap is available. Taylor Hayes talks with her family about the repercussions of the truth in today's episode. John Finn Finnegan is shocked when Lee Finnegan confesses. In the meantime, Sheila Carter Sharp's request is turned down by Jack Finnegan. According to the recap, Taylor and the patriarch are conversing at Eric Forrester's estate. When Steffi Forrester Finnegan walks in, she beams at the love between her parents. Steffi is ecstatic for them, but Trish senses that their daughter is having trouble. Steffi clarifies that she is thinking about Finn's family, especially Jack and Lee. Following her explanation of the most recent Finnegan rumors, Taylor questions whether Jack and Lee will ever reconcile. Steffi doesn't think it's okay to sleep with Sheila. They all discuss the psychotic pregnancy of Jack and Sheila. Taylor does question whether things would have turned out differently if Jack had been truthful from the start. According to Rich Forrester, waiting makes the truth 1,000 times worse. Taylor concurs, and she has discussed this with her patients. It's what Taylor refers to as toxic behavior. Steffi talks about Lee's dominance over Penelope Poppy Nozawa. Lee sobs as she remembers her error and apologizes to Poppy, according to the Bold and the Beautiful summary. When Finn enters, he notices his mother is angry. Finn believes Lee is ill. Yes, any favorable feeling on Lee's part would be cause for concern. Lee tells Finn that she has been ill for years due to a secret that has poisoned her. Lee informs Finn of Poppy and Jack's situation. Finn is taken aback. Lee mentions the time Poppy spent with them. Finn recalls that Poppy assisted him with his schoolwork. Lee's intuition tells her that Poppy is concealing something, even though she was mistaken. Finn takes a sidelong glance as Lee discusses administering the paternity test to Jack. Jack and Poppy go to Il Giardino for a drink in today's episode. Poppy and Jack discuss what transpired with Lee. Sheila approaches and overhears their chat. Sheila inquires as to if Jack and Poppy are together. Poppy claims it's a sensitive topic, but Jack disputes it. Is Finn coming to visit? Sheila needs to know. Sheila is the last thing Finn needs, according to Jack. Jack is asked by the reformed villain to let Finn know that she is considering him. Sheila also instructs Poppy to wish Lee well before she departs.